Hello, everyone, and welcome to Language Talks, the podcast where we explore the fascinating world of languages. Until now, we have spoken with language educators, translators, interpreters, authors, and scholars who live and breathe languages. But starting today, we are widening our lens to include the incredible professionals who work in front of the mic, like voice artists, content creators, narrators, and those who shape how language sounds and feels in the digital and creative world. Because language is not just what we speak or write, it's also how we tell, perform, and present it. We will discover how these talented individuals bring words to life, create meaning through tone and texture, and turn language into an experience. So stay tuned as we journey deeper into the art, craft, and heart of language, voice, and content. Today we have with us a smart, talented language and voice artist, Sakar Barve. He is joining us from Mumbai. He is a French language interpreter and a trained voiceover artist who has done work for big names and brands in languages French, English, Marathi, and Hindi. Let us talk to him and know about his passion. Welcome to the show, Sakar.
Thanks a lot, ma'am.
Good to have you here.
It's great to be here. I've been really looking forward to joining this conversation since you
Oh,
approached me.
that's great.
Yeah.
Same here. So, Sakar, I would like to start by asking you about your master's in French, and you also have a DALF C1. So, what
Yeah.
sparked your passion for language learning, and how did you progress to high level fluency in this language? So, please tell us about it.
Yeah. So to talk about French, I had the language in my school. So I began picking it up since then, and by the 10th standard, I realized that I would really love to pursue it even further. So along with my years in junior college, I began learning it further at Alliance Française. And yeah, that's how I began living it, learning it, uh, taking in the French culture, and
That's
I
amazing.
just
So,
fell more and more in love with the language.
that's amazing. Started with school and it went on further. That's great.
Yes, yes, yes. Yeah.
And at Capgemini, you worked as a translator interpreter. So, can you share a particularly challenging assignment and how you navigated linguistic complexities?
Yeah, so I'll just give a gist of the kind of work we used to do in Capgemini. So Capgemini used to handle the IT part of the IT part of the work for all their clients, and 99% of all that we worked on was not really always intelligible to us. So what the work entailed was that we used to be part of calls and meetings, and there used to be two sides. As always, there used to be the Indian technicians, okay, and there used to be the French clients, and we had to participate in the calls and then interpret the calls. So it used to work both ways. Sometimes there used to be two translators in the call. One of them would do the spoken part, and there used to be another translator who would be junior to that person, and he or she would take up the responsibility to type out whatever would be left out of the yeah. So the most challenging part of it was that um, often, as I said, most of the technical content was not our cup of tea, but we had to translate it nonetheless. So despite all the odds, we would just, you have to just memorize all the content, make try to make sense of it, and just to you have to make the conversation seamless between the clients and the Indian side.
I see. That's a big deal, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. And it used to be a continuous call. For, like, for example, the calls would go on for 1 hour, 2 hour, and for example, if I'm just typing it out in the comment section, I'm continuously listening to the conversation, and I'm typing it in English and French. That was a challenge for us.
Okay, so that is a lot of hard work because you're working simultaneously with two languages and people,
Yes,
so many people.
Yeah, yeah.
How does preparing for interpretation look like?
um. So I'll just talk about the first time I took up an interpretation assignment. It was in 2019 when I was doing my masters, and I approached a company, Language Bureau Services, and I got my first interpretation assignment in Nagpur for 3 days. And before that, I had zero experience of any kind of interpretation. But
Okay.
I think I just quickly picked up the knack. I was provided the glossary, and as language professionals, you're supposed to be able to talk. So I just quickly, just went through the glossary, tried to rote learn it. You have to rote learn it initially when you're not acquainted with a certain domain. So you have to do your own research, refer to the content that is provided to you, research a lot on the internet. Yeah, that's how it goes.
Yes, again, lot of effort.
Yeah, yes.
Sakar, can you tell us about a typical interpretation assignment, that you have done recently?
Sure, sure. I think I'll speak about a few assignments that I concluded just recently. So just last month, I had a few African clients who were interested in importing vaccines into their country.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So as you know, West Africa is francophone; they are French speaking. So quite a bulk of work that we receive, we language professionals, it comes from French speaking Africans.
I
So
see. Mhm.
since they were looking for bulk import of these vaccines, they wanted to pay visits to all the big um, pharmaceutical companies in India. So I flew with them to Hyderabad and to Ahmedabad, to to have face to face meetings with these companies, and to have discussions and conclude the agreement, if any.
Oh, okay.
I'm also the official interpreter for a group of French students that comes to Pune every year at the Bharati Vidyapit to learn
Oh,
Ayurveda.
oh my God. Okay.
Yes, yes.
Nice.
So this might sound very incredulous to us, but more than Indians, white people and all the others, they are more interested in our culture. So they come here every year, and they attend about 10 days of university college classes at the Bharati Vidyapit, and I'm
I
the
see.
interpreter. So
That's
these are
great.
like France-based French students who come here for both to take the panchakarma, uh, the processes for themselves, and to learn Ayurveda as well.
Okay. So, as
Yeah.
an interpreter, you're touching so many aspects of life.
Yes, yes. I've also been able to interpret um, for African patients who come down to hospitals in Mumbai to take their treatments. So there also they require interpreters.
Okay. I mean, another aspect. Really, this is amazing.
So I've been working closely with institutes like the Africa Chamber of Commerce and Industry for about 3 4 years now. So they keep on requiring interpreters since they have these business fairs, trade fairs, business meets. So I go down there a few times every year. So fortunately, I've been able to, as a freelancer, that's how you accumulate clients from several corners.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's the best part of being a freelancer. You get to know so much and a wide variety of work comes to you as a freelancer, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
You were busy with translation interpretation assignments. So when did you develop interest in voice assignments? So please tell us about it. How did it all start?
Mhm. Yeah. So, frankly, the thing is, ours is a family of artists. So, as far back as I can remember, there has always been a culture of, language precision in the house. And you know how it is with
Okay.
when there's language in the family.
Right.
There's Yeah. So I always had a fascination for words, phonetics, how to speak. Sometimes even more than the meaning, I would be fascinated with the sounds of words and how to
Okay.
emote with language, with words. And in addition to that, I've always had it has been my hobby to listen to podcasts and interviews a lot. So
Okay.
I think it may have been in my genes. My both
Right.
my parents, in their own way, they have been voice artists in the past.
I see. Okay.
So yeah. So how it works normally in this field is that you just begin with one or two contacts in the field, and then it's you on your own. You literally what you have to do is you just pick up contacts, network, like it is with every freelance field.
Right.
You just
Okay.
approach people, you ping them on social media, you visit studios, and
Right.
yeah.
Right.
So that's one thing. Then apart from that, if you ask me about my skill, I always had this love for learning certain sentences, certain passages, certain monologues, and then saying it out to myself, not necessarily presenting it in front of people.
I see.
uh, yeah. So when I was doing my bachelor's in French in Aruya College in Mumbai, I have even been part of a French play that we presented for the college fest,
Oh,
and that was
interesting.
we had kind of fused some Indian context with her French detective's story. So that was my first real experience with uh,
Mm.
voicing something in front of an audience.
Mm. Right.
So fortunately for me, I have had command over all the four languages all of us know. I mean, three: English, Hindi, French, and one foreign language: English,
Okay.
Hindi, Marathi, and French.
Right.
So I think I was able to hone that skill
Mm.
myself in my own way,
Mm.
and that's how I progressed.
That's amazing. I think you did a voice acting workshop, right?
Yeah, yes.
So,
This was just a recent experience. I
mhm.
think I came across it on social media, and it was sponsored by the government, that is the NFDC. So I instantly thought of it as a very attractive prospect, something to something that would help me to network, to refine my art. And it was a 10-day workshop, and it was the mentor's name is Rajesh Kawa, for your information. So he's the one who has dubbed the main character Harry Potter in the
Oh,
Harry
is
Potter
it?
movie series in Hindi.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hmm. Yeah.
You also are an All India Radio graded singer, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, how does it feel?
um yeah, so singing and music have been part of my life since I've been a child. But I would honestly say that I haven't given full justice to what I could have done with music, but I'm still in the process of learning.
Okay.
Um, so I have passed my All India Radio exam, so that makes me an All India Radio graded singer. Um, Actually, my grandfather was a music composer,
Oh,
so
okay.
Bal
Mm.
Barve, and
Okay.
my father has his own. We call it mehfil, that is musical program of Hindi and Marathi songs called
Okay.
Gandhar. So I
Oh, okay.
regularly sing in his shows.
Mm. Sakar, you are a voice actor and singer. So, can you
Yeah.
walk us through your creative process when working on some voiceover and singing roles?
I would like to begin by maybe talking about how the process of voiceover works. Should I go about it that way?
Sure, please.
Um,
Yes.
so for those who may not be acquainted with this field, it's it's the field where you are trying to um, it's in fact, how we talk about translators, they are getting to be writers
Right.
all over again of a certain text.
Correct.
Yeah, they are given the right to recreate, reformulate a certain prose or poetry in their own way. I think voicing and dubbing runs on similar lines because uh,
Mm-hmm.
you get the opportunity to recreate um, spoken language in another texture, another voice, another language, most importantly.
I see. Okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. So, firstly, you really got to have acting skills. That's a given. Many people
Okay.
might think that being only good with your language and
Mm-hmm.
let's say being good with your enunciation, that may not always work. Maybe with straightforward voiceovers that may work, but
Acha.
more than half of the work is where you really have to emote a character.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's a screen in front of you. They show you a certain ad, which may be in Hindi or Marathi or English. Besides you on a stand or in your hand, you have a script, which is in again either of these languages, and in
Okay.
front of you is the mic. To have a complete total control over yourself. Like in front of you, the cue is going on. The original, we call it the pilot. It's going on. You have to be aware of what you're going to speak, and you have to speak it matching with his lip movements. It's 100% actor's role because everything that needs to be emoted, the only tool you have is your voice. All the minor emotions that happen when you are emoting something, all of those just happen through your voice. So
Correct.
you really have to have control over all your facial muscles, your voice. For
Mm-hmm.
example, there may be sobbing, or there may be chuckling sounds, or there
Okay.
may be lowering your voice to emote a certain emotion. So
Oh,
that's
nice.
how it works. Suddenly you have to shout, then you
Okay.
have to move behind, and then you have to uh, you know uh, talk something at the top of your voice.
Okay.
Really, it really tests so many of your skill sets at the same time.
Yeah, right. Can you show us
Your
an example? This is very interesting.
Uh, yeah, sure. So I had done this voiceover for Aditya Birla Sun Life Insurance.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
It was used to felicitate one of their senior members in one of their events. So they played it in their event.
Okay.
आदित्य बिरला सन लाइफ इंश्योरेंस की नींव है इसका जबरदस्त डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन और इस नींव को कई साल से मजबूती से संभाल रहे हैं एक विजनरी लीडर a leader who leads from the front a leader who's process
This
oriented.
is good. I mean, you
Yeah,
shifted your personality completely while saying
yeah,
this.
yeah,
Right? Sakar, you have done so many projects for big brands,
yeah.
big names. So recently, I think you did the Marathi voiceover for Rishabh Pant. Am I right?
Yes, I did. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Rishabh
tell us
Pant and
more.
Surya Kumar Yadav.
Oh, is it? Okay.
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I mean, I was really fortunate to have been able to do it. Uh, I don't know if people have seen that ad. I guess they must have because it has. I guess it has been one of the most big budget ads that have come in recently.
Yes.
The ads have been star studded with so many of these actors and cricketers coming together.
The budget must have been top of the roof. I can
Yes, yes,
imagine.
totally. And mostly, as I said, it's obviously your own skill, but it's also
Hmm.
the skill of the people who cast you. Sometimes you may do your best, but
Hmm.
the texture of your voice may not go with a certain character. So it's also it has got to do with the skills of the casting person as well. So
Okay.
I think they may have seen some youth in my voice, so that's why they cast me for these two young cricketers.
Right. You have language skills and you have voice skills. So, how do your language skills enhance or shape your voice acting repertoire? So, how does it go hand in hand?
Excelling in this voicing field has at its heart your language proficiency.
Okay.
It's the first and the last uh, marker of whether you will make it in the industry or not, because the moment if you visit a certain person to look for work, or if you're sending across your work to and you're approaching casting directors, the first thing they will notice is your language. So
Okay.
it really needs to be very refined and sometimes we think that we may have proficiency over English or Hindi or Marathi because we have been
Mhm.
raised with it. We have been using it
Right.
every day. But
Mhm.
uh, ever so often it does happen that sometimes we tend to mispronounce just one or two words, and people aren't necessarily aware of it. Yeah. So I guess it does pay you well. So my lifelong habits of reading out aloud or listening to videos with a certain intent,
Mhm.
obviously not empty, just empty listening of videos, has paid off a lot. And it shows, it definitely shows. When you're a
Okay.
well-read person, it
Mhm.
comes across quickly.
Yeah, right. I think you highlighted the thing just now that you have to read a lot, listen a lot. Yeah,
And
that
I think
helps.
one more aspect which I have realized is that proficiency over more than one language helps you with gives you benefits in other languages as well. It's like the different proficiencies feed off each other.
Mhm. Okay.
I may not be able to explain it further, but I think intuitively people may understand it. Because,
Yes.
for example, if your English is of a certain proficiency, your Marathi will also have a certain how should I put it, a certain refinement.
Huh.
Example specific to your question would be
Mhm.
that um, we voice artists have to constantly keep on creating voice samples to be able to send them across. So I just tried my hand at creating an English monologue. Have you watched Game of Thrones by any chance?
Of
So
course.
yeah, so there's this
Yes.
Tyrion Lannister character in that.
Right.
So there's his scene in the courtroom when he's of his trial. So I shot a video of myself in English, uh,
Huh.
learning it. Learning and then uh, presenting it in a video form. But
Okay.
then I thought, why not do it in French as well? So I just
Oh,
looked up on YouTube, and I fortunately found the French translation of that video.
amazing. Sakar, have you integrated any tech tools like AI, VoIP platforms into your linguistic or voiceover work? And which ones are the game changers now?
Um, so this has been since the recent times. This has been a very burning issue in the voice acting circles. The use and the rise of AI. So it is literally growing um, at a breathtaking speed each passing day. And you know what's happening? People collect, those who want to use AI and those who have access to it collect samples of different people, and then they are
Okay.
able to process the voice and then create their own content by using that voice. And
Oh,
that's unfortunately paving the way to a loss of opportunities and jobs for voice actors.
correct, correct. Yes.
That's what's happening. So
Mm-hmm.
this has been talked about frequently in our circles, that please don't accept opportunities where the work is for AI. That is a common feature.
Right.
uh, I have found myself previously,
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't use the word scammed, but I should have um, taken prior information of what's happening. So I have done a American accent dubbing of a Greek series episode. It was just one episode, and I was asked to dub it in the American English in American accent for all the characters. So it served as the guide track to for other voice actors to eventually redub it. It worked both ways for me actually. So that was when I really started off, and I was really convinced that I could even dub in the American accent. And since then I have also begun voicing and dubbing in the American accent as well.
That's amazing. So, what excites you most? Like, for instance, multilingual content or simultaneous interpreting or text to speech or speech to text? What excites you most in this language and voice scene?
I think at the moment it's voicing and dubbing that interests me most, and I obviously do interpretation.
Okay.
as a I love doing it obviously, but I think voicing and dubbing comes right at the top.
Okay.
And yeah, so what happened was, up until the February 2024, I was doing full-time jobs. So my last job was Capgemini, and so I'm a kind of a person who may not have been cut out for a full-time job for the long term. So although I initially took the decision after my masters that why not just try my hand at in the corporate world, because few years down the line you may not be able to do it. So why not just have a taste of how it is like? So I think it has been a very great stint of about 4 years, three to 4 years.
Okay.
And after that, I took a very conscious decision to freelance, and I was fortunate enough to pool together all of these different pathways in front of me. So freelance interpretation, voicing, dubbing, and music.
That's
It's
great. Yes.
mostly it's not possible for people because I'm consider myself very fortunate that I could take this calculated risk, uh, and chart out a path by envisioning that I'll be able to expand on all three of these paths.
And I think it has been rewarding.
It was
So,
mostly like do or die for me, because uh, sometimes you feel that you may not necessarily belong in a certain place. Although it is comfortable, you're not able to shine, something like that. You need to be looking for something else.
correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Mhm. So, Kar, you work in a fast-paced environment, like be it voice, be it interpretation. So, how do you maintain accuracy and voice consistency during the recordings? Because our life involves obviously travels, erratic schedules, and all.
So to start off with language, I guess it's the same for everyone. You have to constantly keep in touch with the language, and not only a few one or two aspects of it, not a very unidimensional way, but keeping in touch by way of listening to podcasts, by reading consistently, by learning. um, you may think that for example, reading or listening to language from a certain source may not be useful for you, but as a language professional, believe me, everything is useful when you're a voice artist and a language professional,
I
because
totally
words you
agree.
acquire, even if you
Hmm.
don't use them again, it changes something in your brain. It
Yes.
makes you more
I
aware. It expands your mind. So
Yeah.
that is about keeping in touch with the language. Fortunately for me, since about 2 years now, I've been consistently receiving French interpretation opportunities. Uh,
Okay.
my work itself has forced me to stay in touch with the language. Or else, what happens? Even if you may want to stay in touch, it becomes difficult outside of the purview of work, because, or maybe it happens when you're preparing for the DELF and DALF, that is the French language exams.
Yeah. Correct.
So, like every 2 months, there's an interpretation assignment that comes my way. So prior to that assignment, I have to study a lot, at least a week before. And fortunately for me, I just got married, so my better half, um, she's also francophone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
So I think we crossed paths, uh, by the grace of destiny, maybe, because she was in my company working in Capgemini as
Okay.
a co-worker, co-translator, co-interpreter. So we also speak, we keep chatting in French with each
Do
other.
you also plan to learn more languages?
Uh, a- Actually, I had begun learning a language, but I'm ashamed to talk about it to people, because I learned it up to a certain point, and then after that, it has kind of stagnated, because other things, life happens, and you are doing other things, and but I need to pursue it further. So it's Mandarin. I have
Ooh,
already
okay.
passed the second level of the language, that is HSK2.
Okay.
I
Wow.
have done it.
It's a different
Right.
script, and I think it's quite demanding. Am I right?
It is precisely keeping it in mind. I had opted to take up Mandarin apart from French. Yeah,
Yeah. I wish you all the best for that, for your
thanks a lot.
Mandarin journey. Yes. So, what's on the plate right now?
What's on the plate? So actually, mm, everything that I'm doing currently, I simply intend to do it manifold. That's all that is on my plate right now. So,
Okay.
practically enough, I do want to start resume my Mandarin studies. So I have actually that I'm doing. I need to complete my C2 level of French. I'm studying for
Okay.
that as well, and
Mm-hmm.
I want to prosper as a voice actor. That I want to
That's
do.
awesome. Mm-hmm.
I would
Yes.
like to also hone myself as a interpreter. I would, because interpreters need to continue improving continuously, non-stop.
Yes. Wow, that's a lot on
Yeah.
your plate. I wish you all the best for that. And this was a lovely conversation and very insightful. And thank you for joining my show. I know you are going on a interpretation assignment and you were busy with the research and study, but still you joined. I'm very thankful. Thank
No,
you
ma'am,
very much.
it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure.
Thank you, Sakar. Have a good day.
Thanks a lot, ma'am. Thank you. Hope to see you
Yeah, bye
soon.
bye.
Bye
Yes,
bye.
bye bye. Thank you, everyone, for joining me in conversation with Sakar Barve from Mumbai. See you in the next episode with a new language or content or voice professional. Till then, have a good day. Bye bye.